Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about a common complaint from owners of the IQ and Fusion snowmobiles. And that complaint is heavy or hard steering. There's a lot of talk where this condition actually starts. Some people talk about changing skis, some people talk about changing spindles. But one thing that should be absolutely checked before you go along down that road, before you put any money into spindles and parts and skis and everything else, is the universal joint that's on the rider select system. Let's go take a walk over to the sled and we'll take a look at it, and I'll tell you what we're looking for. Alright guys, so looking at the sled, one of the features that Polaris came out with in the IQ chassis is rider select. And basically what rider select is, it allows the operator to move the bars in the 7 different positions. So it gives the operator a little bit more customization as far as their rider position and everything else. But what it is, on the steering shaft, there is a universal joint that ties everything together. And more often than not, the heavy steering is caused by corrosion within that universal joint. So why don't we take a look at the sled, and we're going to show you where that universal joint is. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to open up the hood, and the universal joint for the rider select is actually located on the steering shaft, and you can actually see it if you go down between the oil box and the air box. So I'm going to try to get you down there as best I can. So if you look, it's kind of blurry, but if you look at the red fuel line and the shaft for the chassis, you're going to see the universal joint. What I'm going to do is move the handlebars, and there it is. All right, see it moving. So what you want to do, if you think that your steering is heavy, what you want to do before you go down the road of investing in skis and spindles and everything else, get a jack, get a 4-jack, put it underneath the sled, and what you're going to do is you're going to grab the handlebars and you're going to move the skis left and right, and so on and so forth. And there should be a little bit of resistance. If everything's working correctly, there will be a little bit of resistance in the steering system. You know, it's not going to be, completely smooth, because between the universal joint and the steering shaft and everything else, there is going to be a little bit of resistance. That's to be expected. But what it should not be is, when you jack it up, this thing should not bind up at all. And what happens is, over time, that universal joint gets corroded and the pins start to rust and seize. And what will happen is, it'll start to get tighter and tighter and tighter. So one thing you can do to confirm it's the universal joint is move the rider select down into position number 1 and see how it goes. With it and being in position number 1, it should actually turn pretty easily, because when it's in position number 1, the steering shaft is in a very straight position. When you go to position number 7, if the universal joint is suspected, that's where you're going to have the most binding, because of the extreme angle of the universal joint. So you can go ahead and do that and see what it is. So let's go take a walk over to the bench, and I'm going to show you what you need. Alright guys, so this is what you're going to need to fix this. Some PB Blaster and some white lithium grease with a straw, and hopefully your PB Blaster has a straw. So what you're going to want to do is just take the PB Blaster and just spray that universal joint and just douse it. And what you're going to do is you're going to move the handlebars left and right, really work it in good. Move the rider select from position number 1 all the way to 7, so you're actually articulating that universal joint. And let it sit, spray it again, and do this over the period of 2 hours. And what will happen is that PB Blaster will get into the universal joint, and it's going to get it moving nice and free. Once you get to that point, what you want to do is take the white lithium grease and just spray it down, so that the condition doesn't come back. So that's it guys. So once you spray it down with the white lithium grease, you should be all set to go. Go take it for a ride and see if the heavy steering is gone. More likely it is. So hopefully that helps. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. My channel is mainly snowmobiling, cars, stuff I do in my garage. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, put them in the comments box, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.